Okay, so we're going to look at some tables. These tables are in the book, and there's a little more wording. I'm going to write it in, but you might want to reference the textbook to look at these if you're having trouble understanding them. In our first table, we have the month number. So like this is January month 1, February month 2, and so on. And then the days in the month, input and output. And so what we're going to say is D, the days, is equal to F of M. Okay, so depending on the input, the month, that will tell us how many days are in the month. Okay, and so this is the relationship right here, the equation. This is the output, D, and the input, M. Now, you might say, well, what about the F? That's the name of the function. It's the F function. Like, they could have used another letter, but they use a lot of F, G, and H for functions, but you don't have to. Okay, so our next table, here's the input, here's the output. So in, out. And so we're going to say that Q is equal, now I'm going to use a different name because I already used F, so I'm going to say G of N. Now that's arbitrary that I named it G. It's what they had in the book, so I was trying to be consistent. But they just pick a letter to name the function. Okay, so that output, again, output, input. Okay, the last one, now we were talking about these being functions. We really didn't check. So does every month only go to one output? Yeah. January isn't 2 different days, Well, you could argue that with February, right? Because February could go to 28 or 29, but we're just assuming there's no leap year. Okay, that'd be like an advanced math concept there, I guess. Not really advanced, but just to keep it simple, they just said, February has 28 days. Okay, now what about here? The 1 is mapping to 8. Does 1 go to anything else? No. 2 goes to 6, 3 goes to 7, 4 goes to 6, 5 goes to 8. Yeah, all of the inputs are going only one place. The way you can tell on a table is, are any of the inputs being repeated? Okay, no. Okay, so this is a function, yeah. We wrote it with a function notation. This is a function. We wrote it with a function notation. Now let's look at our last table. So we have age. This would be the input. The age in years, so a person is so many years old, and their height is the output. Okay, so you've got a 5-year-old that's 40 inches, then you've got a 5-year-old that's 42 inches, then you've got a 6-year-old that's 44 inches, a 7-year-old that's 47 inches, and so on and so forth. You can see those. Now, is this a function? No, because right here you have 2 5-year-olds going to 2 different outputs. You have the same input, 5, I mean they're different kids, right? But the same input, their age, going to 2 different places. And so that is not a function. So we can't write it with a function notation because it's not a function. Not a function. Okay.